Hi everybody. It's December 1st. It's December 1st, 2025. It's hard to recall a childhood once you've gotten into middle age. And for me, my childhood is something that's precious to me because it was the way that I saw the world. The world was, the future was bright. The potential for me to be having fun in my adulthood seemed basically practical. Everything was bright and I enjoyed life effortlessly when I was a child. And some children don't have that luxury or don't have that fortunate circumstances to experience a childhood like that. But the one thing about childhood that I most that I hold close to my heart is because without defining everything, without a certain level of experience, life is more pure. You're living based on not necessarily just instinct, but you're living based on the assumption that you are loved, that you are special, that you are unique, and that you are protected. And so once that is taken all away from you, once you become an adult, that's a magical time too. And this gets me to the conclusion that at every stage of our existence, our life on this realm, is that the circumstances are as magical as childhood. It just depends on how you can interpret the functioning of your constitution in terms of how are you going to turn this new part of life or this segment of your life into a productive and meaningful and hopefully what do you call it? Gratifying segment of your life. How do you turn this segment of your life into a gratifying and cathartic experience? And for the different stages of life, the answer may be different to that question, but at the same time, it's always the same. And I can't say that it's only believing in God, because that's a massive part of it, and that's where the power to define your segment of life or make sense of your segment of life, that's where it starts, is to love God and to follow God. But in terms of doing our own work for making sense of this segment of life, it's just adherence to healthy thinking and adherence to healthy behavior and wanting to be healthy, not just doing it because you think you're supposed to be doing it. It's wanting to be healthy and true. So this gets me to to thinking about the bull of conviction. What I mean by the bull of conviction is that it's almost like a rodeo, that's what I'm compared it to, but once you hop on and try to live a life with conviction, there will be a lot of tumult, there'll be turbulence, there will be a shaking down of who you are. And the first part of conviction that I was introduced to once I came to my senses was truth telling. And then, as I always do, I always go in head first and I go in full steam 100% at the start. And I was telling the truth left and right. I was embarrassing myself by refusing to lie about even the smallest thing or the most embarrassing secrets that I had. I was spirited to tell the truth in all circumstances. And once the high of this new behavior wore off, it was harder for a few relative or metaphorical moments to keep telling the truth, because I was starting to feel the pain and the consequences of telling the people I love the truth about how I might let them down or how I failed, or just, it almost meant no secrets, but that's everybody needs to have their own privacy, but it was to the point where I was telling the truth and not withholding any secrets, because I thought that that would be implicitly lying. But as I grew, I learned how to tell the truth in a healthy and appropriate manner. And so, hanging on to the bull of conviction, the first step was telling the truth at all times. And what I learned from that experience is that the harm that you think from telling the truth is not as bad as it would seem in the end when the conclusion is came upon. Because you wipe off, it's like you're washing your back. All the things that are behind you, when you tell the truth, you wash your back, you let it go, and you progress with the power of that truth to propel you forward. And so another aspect of conviction is kind of adjacent to that. It's completing your duties, completing your commitments. Things get hard. I always wanted to be committed to keeping my word, but I learned that when I was in school, when I was in college, I could be learning about the most interesting things, but I didn't want to do the schoolwork because I would rather enjoy watching television or playing video games or going out with my girlfriend or whatever, even though what I was learning in school was amazing. And at that stage of my life in college, I wasn't exactly beholden to my convictions, but as I got older and I came through on my word, I felt the peace of honor. I felt the peace of knowing that I'm man enough to be a man of my word and to progress and to get stronger with every task that I completed and ticked off the checklist. And so another aspect of overcoming the bull of conviction is a hard one, but it's forgiveness. When you convict yourself to forgive everybody, it becomes so easy. It's hard at first because your anger is going to cloud your will to forgive this person and to let it slide. But as I got older and I kept on forgiving bigger and bigger things incrementally, I found the peace that it left wasn't just peace, it was strength. It was the strength to withstand insult, withstand atrocities to myself, and still be standing 100% on my word and for my love for my people. Even the biggest scars that ever occurred in my soul, once I forgave these people in these circumstances and the way the world it felt like I was able to walk through anything. I was able to forgive myself for hurting me and wasting years and years of my life. So as you get on this bull of conviction and you hold on, you realize this is what a powerhouse you can become and how lovely life could be. So I hope this helps. Thanks.